Generic greetings and welcome back once again to Farming Simulator Incarcerated Edition. Today's beverage is a delightful rhubarb soda, a very seasonal and limited beverage indeed. So welcome back to the game where previously we were doing farming is the main takeaway. We have tomatoes, potatoes, cabbages, carrots, obviously all of the orchards here, which is apples, bananas, peaches and oranges. And well, basically because of that, if we go over to our ingredients here, we are, for the most part anyway, basically on full homegrown crops. Now, there is a couple of outliers because when I sell certain things, we might not have enough on site, so the game does import some, but it's not a big issue. But the main sort of takeaway is that, yeah, we are going for the off-grid stuff, which is, the green energy is not faring very well because of the weather, but yeah, we've got that going, and we have all of the farming. But the main issue is that we really don't have a huge amount of money coming in, and we certainly don't have nowhere near the right amount of inmates. We need a lot more inmates, which is why I'm going to be focusing on actually a couple of changes to the fields. More on that in a moment, and then we are going to try and get as many inmates as we possibly can over the next couple of episodes. So first things first, I'm just going to go to this tall fridge and dismantle it. I do need to make some changes over in the kitchen, and we'll have a mess with that one. This pantry here is in a bit of a terrible place, actually. Yeah, no, that's a bit of an overstatement. It's actually okay, but it's not ideal because we've got these spaces here which originally sort of put down and planned for the pantry and then didn't use it. However, if we go like this, we should be able to make a slightly bigger pantry. We don't need this bit on the right, you understand, but if I move the shed down, it'll fit in here and sit nicely, and then this will go basically in like so. And yeah, I think it's just going to, look a little bit better. And then it means that this other pantry we can change up. So we can have, let me just remove that and put that back in there. And then these ones here as well. Yeah, basically it means that we can go ahead and, yeah, remove that pantry, the other pantry, and have this as another field, because we should have ideally these cabbages in here. So we got 4 fields for the, well, we got fruit orchard. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4 fruit trees, and then vegetables, we got 1, 2, 3, 4 vegetables. So the idea is to have all of these for that. So that's the plan. So it means filling in a bit of water, but it doesn't really matter. And then this will be changed up. So once basically this here, this cell block is done, I'll go ahead and finish it off. I'll put in the radiators and any other plumbing and things like that, and then I'm going to change up the pantries and then basically go from there. Over to logistics and the crop distribution, and you can see that this is not being stored in here. This is our tomato field, and yeah, they weren't getting stored in here, and also they weren't we weren't having our fruit from the, what's that? That's the orange grove getting brought over to there. This is where the game gets into a little bit of bloat, if I may be so bold, because now you've got a tab that opens up a layer, which then you can right click and then open up another only accessible from this point here screen, which is, it's often the case when you, like say, get many DLCs and years deep into a product. But anyway, you can see the rooms here. So managed distribution for fruit orchard. So you can connect up to 8 rooms. We've got the pantry and we've got the kitchen, and it shows where it's going to store it. So we've got 50% for each one, and you can change this up. So you can say some can be stored in the pantry, some can be stored in the kitchen. You can see we can alter all of these. I'm not going to touch that at all because, quite frankly, I don't think we need to. It should be just fine. Like I say, you can select all of these, and it, it's going to alter what we've got here. But that should be okay. But we'll see how we get on. Ideally, stuff then needs to go from here to the pantry, and then the pantry down to here. But I think what we'll do is put some more fridges in. Although I guess I could, if I wanted to, go for. Hang on, let me try something. This is a bit of a test because eventually we are going to knock the pantry down. It's going to change everything. But I can go for that and that, and I can basically just remove all of these like so, and then it means that basically all of the ingredients will be stored into the pantry, and then the pantry then brings it over to the kitchen. That is the distribution I've set up now. Will it actually work? I have no idea. Either way, we are cracking on with a couple of grants. We've got the Inmate Nutritional Research and Cell Block B. I'm going to go over to some grants. I'm going to go for Crackdown on Drugs, which is find 10 illegal narcotics. That is now completed, which means I can get rid of our bank loan, like so. That's excellent. And then I'm going to go for probably I'm gonna pick up prison manufacturing facility. Now, I don't necessarily want a manufacturing facility, because, well, we're not really wanting to do license plates. We've already got enough work on. Let me go ahead and just pause it for a second because I need to plumb this in. Actually, I'll just go to normal speed. And yeah, so we can do that, but how have I done this here? It is oh yes, it's a large water pipe to there, and then these run up like so, and then across, and then like this, and yeah, okay, fine. And then radiators go in as well. As I was saying, yeah, so we've got like say the let's just finish this off like so. Yes, so we've got the grant for the manufacturing facility. However, I don't necessarily want to produce any license plates. We've got more than enough work on for workers. However, I do want to go for the solar panel development because I think that's going to fit in with the whole theme of things. And people have suggested it several times in the comments, so I think it is the right move there. So we shall see. Let's go back over to water and to our water boiler, which will go there. The small pipe for insulation, no, the water pipe will go like that and like that. This is the hot water, and then that's connected in. We're going to go to wiring, then it's going to be CCTV. Oh, it is going to be CCTV, yes, because we've only got one more connection, but that should be fine. Hang on, why is it not connecting? There we go. And now it is connected. That's fine. We're also going to go for the door swervo because it's like swerving around, which is good. And then the phone tap, which can be 1, 2, 3, and then 4. So all that is connected. And obviously the work's going to do all of that. We're currently on the inmate nutritional research. Serve a single low, multi-low variety meal for 2 days. We're on 81% of that, and then we'll go for the high quantity, high variety. We do have our prisoner intake on, so that is all coming in, so fine. We are on day 32, nearly 4 hours playtime, and we're in spring, so it can still get a bit chilly. Goes down to for example, in here, it says sunny, but it's 2.6 degrees up to 10.1 degrees C. So there you go. And apparently there's a tunnel there. I don't believe that. In terms of grants, as I said, we got the 3. I do want to probably go for the Reform Through Education initiative, but I don't know exactly where to put it. We do have some rooms down here, which one of them could be, I mean, people have been suggesting many times going for the calling booths, and I think a lot of that was to do with the contraband that may be coming in. Now, truth be told, contraband is not really a problem that I'm worried about because it's already an open door policy on this one. We've already got like so much just getting around the facility. We're doing the best we can to detect it. So, for example, we've got dogs, we've got, well, we haven't actually got searches. I should probably set up some automated searches, more on that in a minute. And we've got the metal detectors, so we are actively looking for stuff, but nothing can be thrown in. But I'm really not worried too much about stuff being smuggled in. Although you can see, look at this, all these oranges being stolen. Yeah, it's just so people can make the produce narcotics, which is a good demand for it, but there's actually no supply. Interesting. Anyway, so shakedown. Let's go for custom schedule. We want to go for shared only. Yes, we want to go for start time at coming up now, and then we want to say frequency of every 5 days. I think that should be fine. And there we go. So every 5 days we are going to search the facility. I might actually, you know what? No, I think I'm going to knock that down to. Do I want to knock it down to? Do I want to knock it down to 3 days? I'll knock it down every 3 days. Okay, let's see how we get on with that one. The inmates might not be too keen on that, but they're not really too keen on anything that we do, you understand? Okay. So there is the shakedown underway. I can't really see exactly what it is. Also, I can't see our exports. Exports for power is 3,931, so we can get more green energy sources. However, if you remember, everything was on the negative modifier for production because of the weather. That was everything. So that's, what was going on there. So I'm guessing that we'll actually cap out. So we'll see. Anyway, as I said, this is an automatic search, so that'll do its thing. And then what I want to do is I want to probably sort the pantries out. And, oh, hang on, wait, there's the single low quantity, low variety meal. So we're going to say high quantity, high variety meal. And the regime for that will be eat, eat, and eat. There we go. That should suffice, and we will let it do its thing. So there we are. Once the flooring is in here, I will go ahead and do some measurements and some more placement of the grass. There we go. And then the sun is coming up. These aren't yet. Why are these not yet plumbed in? Or they are, they're taking the time to sort it out. Again, I am going for the insulation because otherwise I will forget. So I think it's just a worthy inclusion at this stage. We're not short of the money, you understand. So I think, as I said, it's a good thing to do. And there we go. And then finally down to there. Just going to double check these to make sure it's all good, which I think it is. And there we go. Right. Oh, that's a problem. Oh, no. Okay. I'm going to do a test, but I think it's going to glitch out. I think it's going to break something. I'm going to move this shed down one space. But if I do that, they might demolish the trees. They might cut the trees down. They have not. Good. Okay. I was going to say they might cut them down because that's not like a sort of legal room, as it were. Over to flooring and to actually no planning first. Sorry, my mistake. And double check this. I think it's in 10. It is 10. So the plan will be that for this field. It's going to be along here. By the way, I'm not putting in a section here for pantries. These pantries here should suffice for these bits. If not, I will put a pantry at the bottom. That's the plan. Okay, so that is double checking 10. Double check here, that is 10, which means this needs to be, that's going to be down here, so this all needs to be changed. This is going to come along and go to something like that. Okay, I think that's okay. I think that's sorted. Let me go to flooring and landscaping and to dirt, and then the dirt's going to go along like that. And then like this, and then it's going to be, if that's going to be the field, if this is the edge of the field, then I want to do something like that, which actually connects up directly to there, which is actually perfect. So that should be fine. Let me actually put in that flooring, so the wooden section will go along like that. So that's all good. And then I will put in the reclaimed wood wall. I'm going to put in all of these rooms here. And you know what? I didn't... I mentioned about this bit here on the right. Like, what could this bit here be? But that's actually going to be the entrance, I think. Because why not? It looked pretty good. Over to walls and doors. And then door there, and door there. So there's the 4. That'll be changed to pantry, and then I can put the pantry stuff along this wall and this wall. That's the plan. And then obviously it means I can go for little rooms, pantry. There's some pantries going in here. Needs to be enclosed, so I need to build it to there, which is now done. So that's now a pantry. It is going to be lit, which it has been. So we'll just place in these here. See, it takes a little while for the game to register it. But it's all good. Oh, no, no! Hang on a second. We've got a problem. This here. Fruit orchard. Fruit orchard goes there. And the shed goes in there. Prioritize, please. Please. Any time now? When you've got time? Hopefully it's not inconveniencing the workers. Got nothing else to do, have you? Got plans this evening? There we go. Right, so utilities, electrical cable, and I will run an electrical cable along like that and then down. I don't know whether I need a metal detector in the pantry or not. I haven't got one in here, so why would I? No, it's just booze ingredient, which isn't detected by that. Okay, deployment. Dog handlers, remove that. Remove the rooms. Dismantle object, everything in the pantry. And then I'll bulldoze the full thing. That's the plan. I want to remove the object first because I think if we bulldoze it, I think it does put the stuff into storage. But just for the sake of, you know, clarity, bulldoze. So, measurements. Just going to double check. Once again, that should be 10, which it is. That should be 10, which it is. So, vegetables. All these are going to be vegetables. I will dismantle all of them cabbages. I know it's a bit strange saying dismantle. I mean, that was a sentence said. I don't know if it made any sense, but that's going to be where we've got more stuff there. Let's change. We can change all of these. Gets rid of some of the planning. We actually don't need it. There we go. So it is a vegetable. Oh, vegetable. I'll actually type it correctly this time. There we go. So vegetable, which is now in. We'll zoom right into it. Shed. And obviously, I've got no automation on this one. But then cabbage plants, once the shed's in, I can actually, because I've dismantled the vegetables there, I think we can actually place them. Which is curious. Okay. So we keep the seeds, essentially. So just waiting for this shed to go in. Shed's now in. Which means I can do that. And then, obviously, we need to go to water. Actually, wait, let me sell all of that. Because we don't need it just at the moment. Water. Shed will come down there. And small pipe insulation will go in as well. These also... Our water pipe has not been placed for there for some reason. And I don't know why. Let me prioritise that. Don't know why little sections like that are so problematic. That's now in. Small pipe insulation is in, and hot water pipe insulation is in. We are on really good. Oh, we were on really good positive energy, but not so much now. And oh, there's the pantry. Oh, the pantries are full. Right, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. We're planned for this. Planned for this. Pantry, tall fridge. Where are all the tall fridges gone? Because I demolished all that, I think they have actually. I think they actually have got rid of them, which is, yes, annoying. Okay. Well, I will buy in the fridges, which is going to cost me, well, 21 grand. So apparently, yes, doing what I did there, which was demolishing it, has actually got rid of all the fridges. So that's a. That's a... Yes. What would Terry Pratchett say? Embuggerance. I think. It's suboptimal, they would also say. So, let us go for... That's in there, that's in there, that's in there. That's all getting placed. 3 high variety, high quality meals for 2 days. That's getting done. Once these fridges are in... Stuff will be stored a lot easier, I believe. And, oh, we have a bit of a fight. Let's see. Ah, snitching ex-law enforcement. Tom Eaton. There you go. Oh, 2 ex-law enforcement. Well, we did... Oh, ex-prison guard as well. Well, we did expect some of those because we've seen some fighting previously. And obviously that's what's happened there. Okay. Let me just go to wooden flooring, and I'm going to spend some, well, the remaining money that we have basically on the wooden flooring. I'm also going to go to probably sell object and sell some stuff in there. Yeah, why not? We got lots of stuff coming in. Let's go for flooring and wooden flooring there and there. And that's that done. So, vegetables. We have more tomato plants. carrots. Might as well place that. Potatoes. And even more cabbages. So we're just putting basically the ones that we already have in stock into there. And we don't need to do the same thing over here because it's sorted. Okay, fine. In terms of prisoners' needs, most things are being met apart from that clothing need, which is always a bit of a issue. But I think the workers will eventually come along and sort that, although we don't have laundry, uniforms. Oh no, they are getting cleaned, but I've just buy a couple more in to see how we get on. Going to go over to our grants, and I'm going to not pick up a grant because we've just got one done, which is it's food. The food grant is done. Let me go to our policy once again and go for medium and medium. And we will go for... what was it? Regime. Eat lockup in the middle there. So that's going to help us out with the money. But I'm going to go to quick build, custom, cloning, and naturally we are going to... Oh, hang on. Make sure I just clone the right amount. We're going to clone over here because, as I said, I really want to get some more inmates in here. And I could also go for remainder of the farming. Once this is in, I'll do the remainder of the farming. Just going to double check our... Where is it? Crop distribution. And... Oh, yeah, that's a problem. Right. So, that needs to go to there. That needs to go to there. That needs to go to there. All of these need to go in here. And then these need to do that. So, everything is then getting stored in the pantry, and then the pantries go over to the kitchen, which means if I double check the crop distribution, we can see it is distributing to the pantry. That should be fine, and then everything else should be brought over to the kitchen, I believe. Unless it's not, in which case, well, that's a big problem. Is that what's actually happened? Because they're not bringing it over to the kitchen, we're actually bringing in ingredients? It could be, or could be because I've sold loads of the ingredients. I've got it set to 100% on fresh, and I have checked the bar and redone it, so it should be set correctly. I'm just gonna wait for it to cycle through for another growing period, and we'll see how we get on with that one. That's the plan. Prison labour, obviously we need to set up that correctly in this other vegetable allotment. Check all the rest of ones here and over here. And no one works in there, so that's fine. Deployment, we go staff only, which that should be staff only, and should all of this be too. Yeah, there we are. Okay, so that is set correctly, and again, just waiting for the workers to do here. I will put in this little bit of flooring and prioritize that, just so they can, you know, go ahead and... Oh, yeah, there's me out of cash. Let me go to grants and get a loan just so I can finish that off. Foreman, heat has made the doors expand. Oh, okay, so this is a heat wave. We have a hot spell in the summer, ranging from 19.1 degrees up to 39.6. And the heat has caused that door to lock shut, so the workers come along and basically cool it down. I did set up some programs. All of these are finished now. Most that's finished, and all these are finished. So we do have guard taser certification we need to run, but I don't have a classroom. And cold training. I'll do cold training, actually, a couple of those. Although, no, it just says... Oh yeah, 22 finished. There's none in the queue. Right, that's fine. So we can bring that down. Alright. So they're going to work over there. We'll get more inmates. I don't know if I'll be able to clone it for another couple, but we shall see. Let's just keep an eye on the food distribution. And we've just been fined 10 grand for prisoner reoffending. We're currently on net positive 2,000. Reoffending rate is only 48. Punishment is only 6, but that's because we haven't got solitary. Putting solitary would help. Reform grade is 6. Also, we didn't have any lockdown for a while because of the food thing. So hopefully punishment grade is going to go up. Reform should hopefully go up with more work. All that's work experience as well. And we don't really have many reform things. We don't have any programs really running for that. It's all just work. Well, we've got alcoholics group therapy, but foundation education program would certainly help. I think we're going to build one of those. I think we're going to put a classroom in. Yeah, classroom. So one of these is going to become a classroom. Let's get that built. So office desk. And blackboard. And then school desk. So you've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. And there's a few more. That should do for the classroom. We also have a mysterious crate that's just rocked up, so we'll see what the workers do there. You can see some of these now is empty as well. Why do I... Veg. Got more carrots. We basically need to put in all the carrots. We need to fill these completely up. However, there's so much stuff on the trucks, I don't want to buy any more in case things go all kinds of bad. Lock open that jail door. We'll let them do that. That should be fine. Deployment-wise, I haven't got all my patrols set, so I'm going to do that now. So it's going to be blue patrol. Like that. And then magenta. While I'm on it, I'm just going to put the patrol bits in here. And here too. Dog handlers. I'm not going to put on the other ones because there's no one around there, but we might as well sort this out. So it's magenta patrol. Oh, I've got that set like that. Like so. And I'll do the other one later on once the internals are sorted. So it's dog handler, and then there is a guard. Dog handler wise, I'm doubling up because we don't have enough. So that should do. Obviously they're still working over there. It's looking to take them quite a while. And now we're receiving some more inmates. Okay. Good. Good. Pantry is completely filling up, and I don't think it's going to the kitchen, is it? So they're not doing that. Do I need, as I said, the fridges in here? Let me just double check that. Control how much of the vegetable allotments grown crops are delivered to each of the connected rooms. You can have a maximum of 8 rooms connected to farming room. You can click a percentage, lock it. Okay. I thought ideally you need to bring it to the pantry and then the pantry down here, but it appears not to be doing any of that. They're just using brought-in ingredients. So, that's a problem. Let me dismantle all of that, and then I'm going to put in the tall fridges to see if that changes things. But obviously we've still got a lot of work to do. Where is that box, by the way? Search the box. It is a remote door, maroon. Guess we'll sell that. We might as well. We don't need it. There's another bit of a fight over here. Let me guess. Unknown reputation and... Oh, they've attacked as well. And then I'm guessing this... Oh, they've attacked as well. Who's attacking who? Ah, this guy. Snitch ex-law enforcement, almost certainly. And over here as well. So Eaton and Banter. Yeah. Okay. Ah, there's loads of oranges and things coming in. Loads of it. How come bananas are being stored there? They should not be. That's all set up anyway. And there's loads more stuff being brought in here. And now finally getting, yeah, worked on. Okay. I thought you can bring it to the pantry, then take from the pantry to the kitchen, but apparently it's not liking that. Don't see these are completely full. These are completely full. Yeah, the pantries might be a bit too small, but we'll see how we get on with it. Let's just finish off building over here. We do have to bring in some electrical cable. And water as well. Large water pipe. Small water pipe. And then it would be hot water pipe. Like so. Okay. Well. That's getting finished off. These are growing well. Over here we got loads of... I've got loads of stuff over there. Let me just go for... Tall fridge. Tall fridge is going to run along there. And... once again, another fight. Although I think someone might have got a knife there. No, a rolling pin. We didn't plan for any sort of protective custody. I could go for informants new security vulnerable. Wow, how many? There's 4 vulnerable inmates. Well, banter. I'm going to spend 5 grand and remove them. I've said yes. And the game's saying, don't think so. Okay. Let me set up some guard taser certification. Let me set up some foundation education program. Spiritual guidance will be good as well. Animal therapies, that's a meeting room. Conflict resolution is a meeting room. 3 strikes training is a classroom. We're going to run that, actually. Reform prisoner consultation is a meeting room. Okay. Meeting room. I'm going to put it in there. I was going to put a chapel in, but I think this would be better for a meeting room. Yeah. I need chair yellow, or swivel chair. Shall I put in loads of swivel chairs like I've done previously? Why not? Like that. Oh, hang on. That's slightly wrong. 3 in there. 3 in there. And then you've got these either side. Could run them up like that as well. I basically just made a... It says a meeting room. It's more of a waiting room, isn't it? Okay, I'm going to leave it there for now. That's been a bit of Prison Architect. We have got some more prisoners. We've got stuff still not being stored in the fridges. I just don't think they work that way. Yeah. Tall fridge. Now meal ingredients can be stored at head height. They are powered up. The ingredients are getting stored there, and putting them in here. It is getting stored. Oh, hang on. No, someone did bring it over to something, I think. People do... Yeah, there you go. They are getting stored in here. It's just taking a while, I think. It's not ideal. Something's obviously going on because they're just moving them to there. Okay, I'll keep an eye on it, but truth be told, I'm not going to stress over it. This is another reason why I've not really done much with when it comes to the farming. I've just always seemed to fight it. Speaking of fighting, here's some more. There's a snitch, John Betteridge. Unless you're a guard response, actually, because it feels like we should need one. There we go. And there's people not getting tased, they're being hit with the... Oh! And now it's kicking off everywhere. Paul Platt has been knocked unconscious by Alfredo Zigara. Right. It's becoming more of an issue. Right. Like I say, I'm not going to worry too much about the farming stuff. It is what it is. Next episode, I will sort out the... Why is that? Why are those guys completely stopped? Oh, they've bumped into one another. Okay, I'm going to sort out over here because I need to put in the wiring and things like that. Then I'm going to go for some solitary. I think it would be worthy getting some sort of solitary in for all the punishments. And then obviously work on some of the other probably cell blocks. I think that's where we're going to go with it. And obviously keep an eye on things like the things like the storage, because these guys, I mean, they're just picking up and moving it around. Yeah. Okay. We'll leave that for now and let's see how we get on. Let me know what you think in the comments as always. Hope you have enjoyed it. Thanks very much for watching. Take care. And generic partings.